All right, guys, it's Carlos here, and my main reason for this video is to share my experience over the past 5 years in business, especially the last 12 months, and the decisions that I've made because of it that affected my personal life and health, both good and bad. So, I know a lot of people in my network that are entrepreneurs as well right now. I didn't know anyone earlier, but also the people that I know that are not entrepreneurs also they're struggling with basically experiences right now in life that is applicable to business and vice versa. So that's also the reason why I'm sharing this, because over the past 12 months I made basically the decision 12 months ago to move myself to Spain completely on my own. No family around me. Thought, okay, I will live in Madrid. I will live my entrepreneurial life there. I will become happy there. Basically, a place where I was happy when I was on vacation, but not a place where I've been longer than, let's say, 2 weeks. And of course, I didn't know what was ahead of me. It was something that was not only directly moving out of my parents' house, but also a challenge for me to completely live for myself without, let's say, that comfortable situation where I was in, right? Where my parents cooked my food, where basically the dishes and everything was done. And I felt that I needed to become more mature because I was still a very small kid, let's say, living with my parents, having a business. And even though it was going well, sometimes it was going very bad. I had always something to fall back on. And that feeling that I had to fall back on something was one of the main reasons why I moved out of my parents' house to become more mature without knowing what was ahead of me. And I was very, very excited. And after 3 weeks of being in Madrid, I decided to move back, not to the Netherlands, but to a city where I've always been, where my family is in Spain. And that was one of the reasons that I already was very conscious of, okay, it's going to be harder than I think it will be, than I thought it was going to be. So over the past 12 months, I've made decisions as well that served me. I have learned lessons. I failed very, very hard. I've had very hard times personally and also in business. And one of the most important things that I learned over the past 12 months is that what I do on a daily basis is work. Is literally work, only work, going to the gym and eat. Sleep, repeat. Work. Go to the gym, eat, sleep, repeat. Every single day. And that is something that is super normal for people that are chasing something that they don't have yet. So if you're, for example, starting a business, then it's very normal that you become so dedicated and so focused on that goal that you can lose focus on the things that are also very important in life that will basically speed up the process also in business. Because life is not only about business, it's not only about seeing that number in your bank account to become happy because of, right? It should not be your purpose. And that was something that was true for me. That was something that I thought I needed in order to grow myself. That I don't need anyone around me, that I didn't need anyone around me. I told my parents literally, okay, I'm going to make this decision. And even though there were so many questions asked, I was directly responding in a way that served me, my decision. Instead of listening to what they told me, understanding what they were trying to tell me, I did what I thought was right for me. And that is not right or wrong, but that is something that I will be very conscious of right now to make this next decision that I will do, because I'm going to move back to the Netherlands in 2025 in January. Actually, in December to be there for Christmas with my family. But my time in Spain here, basically started to understand as well what my values are. And what I mean by that, instead of like keeping it very spacey, like woo woo, right? What are my values? Look, I did not know really what my core mission was, what I wanted to accomplish with that, what I was chasing, right, in business. And when you're chasing something but you don't know where you're heading to, that is literally like just trying to drive towards India from the Netherlands without having any direction, right? I didn't know where I was going, even though I thought I was understanding where I was heading to. I did not know where I was going because I did not have my values in place. And with that, I made decisions that were inauthentic to me, right? The business that I eventually ran, I knew very long time ago, okay, this is not something that I wanted to do in the next 5 years. Even though I was conscious of it, I still pursued it because I did not have, let's say, the balls to pivot, right? To change that direction of my business because I put so much time and also money into that business to build it up to become where I was, right? That I did not want to change my situation for maybe the better long term because I was only looking at the short term satisfaction. And that is right now that I completely changed because life is not a sprint. It is not, it's a marathon. And if you're thinking about it as a get rich quick scheme or you like, you're getting towards success quickly, then I can tell you that won't last long. Because money, for example, like achieved quick, is money that will basically be gone quick. If you have to do a lot of effort for something in order to achieve that what you have in front of yourself, so where you are right now, to fill up that gap to where you want to be, that is something that is worth chasing, right? That is worth taking action on for the long term purpose if it's aligned with your values. I truly believe that values are so important right now in life. Something that if I told myself that like 2 or 3 years ago, I thought, what is this guy even saying? Just go for it. Just do whatever is needed to make like that what you want, right? And that is true. But if it's something that is not aligned with your values, you cannot pursue that your entire life. You cannot help the people or deliver that what you're building. If it's not aligned with your values, you cannot do that long term because it is not you. It's not authentic to you as a person. So it becomes very, very hard, mentally mostly, to chase that what you're doing when you're not aligned with that long term. And I started to understand that when I was here, right, in Spain, on myself. I was like so conscious of the thoughts that I had, the decisions that I made, that eventually I thought, okay, this is something, it needs to change right now because I cannot do this until like I'm 70, 80, or 90, right? And when that is true, when you cannot do that like long term, I truly believe, that is my opinion, that you should change something, right? It doesn't need to be a drastic decision from one day to the other, but you should at least think about, okay, what is that thing, what are your values, what are you aligned with, that you can do long term. Because if you're like doing something, then you better do something that you're also resonating with, right? So were some of the lessons that I've learned, and like really understanding that the things that I was working on were, let's say, not authentic to me as a person. That really made basically the decision as well for myself a lot easier to change direction of where my company was heading, but especially where I was heading. Because in here in Spain, I become like a lot more mature than I was. Truly. I did not know how to cook an egg back in the Netherlands. I did not know that. And that was also the reason why I wanted to become more mature. Even though I was 22, I moved out. I made that like decision like from one day to the other, and I did it. And I'm so freaking proud that I did it because otherwise I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I've learned right now. And don't understand me wrong. I lost a lot of money. And I also spent a lot of time on like just changing, making that decision to move from the Netherlands to Spain. Only that change is already costed me a lot of money. So if I look back at it right now, then I can tell that the valuable things that I've learned against, let's say, the time and money that I've lost are way more stronger in that sense, are literally overlapping the negative side of it. The positive side is truly overlapping the negative side. Why? Because right now I feel that I'm actually working on something that I'm super resonating with. This brand that I'm building long term, not only for myself, but to truly, truly help basically as well myself and the people with it that will resonate eventually, maybe now, maybe in 10 years from now, maybe in 20 years from now with it. I truly believe that what I'm delivering right now is aligned with my values that I want to work on. I'm so freaking passionate about it. I can talk about this the entire day and I would do it for completely free. I would pay money for it. That's how passionate about it I am about that what I'm building right now. And that is because I moved here to Spain to be like freaking uncomfortable, literally. I was so freaking uncomfortable being here. I've never been like longer than like 2 weeks ahead, like away from my parents. I've never lived on myself, like in any kind of like space except for my parents' house. I did not know how to cook. I did not know how. I only did know how like the dishwasher worked. That was it, right? And that process personally also made me level up in business because that's where I will get back on, like as well in the beginning, that the decisions that I've made personally, the decision that I've made because of the decisions that I wanted to chase in business, that is in direct connection with each other. Let's say it's directly aligned because life is not only business. It's not only like your family. It's not only, let's say, your personal connections. It is the combination of it. And people saying you can't have it all, maybe not, but I truly believe that you can get it all in terms of you. If you work on it, you can get it at an 80% level that everything is aligned instead of having like one thing 100% good and then your health is like at zero. Then you have nothing. When your health is like at zero, you have nothing. When your personal connections are at zero, I can tell you, if you're doing very well like personally or even financially, it doesn't matter. I've seen it myself. My biggest struggle was my personal connections over the last years, over the last year, let's say the last 12 months. I had a conversation with my parents, with my family, and they asked me, "Hey, what are you doing right now on a daily basis?" I said, "Work, I sport, I work out, right? Or either I run, or I'm in the gym, or I eat like some eggs, yeah, with steak." And they said, "Okay, no, but what do you do different then compared to when you were here? Because you wanted to have a different life, right?" And when I heard that, I was thinking, and I thought, I don't know, it's even worse in that sense of personal connections. Truly, I I don't know. I literally moved from Madrid to the place where my family lives here in Spain. But even here in Spain right now, I truly feel that I've been alone for a very long time. Very long time. Like literally, it was a year, but it feels like 3 years maybe. I don't know. I truly believe if you have everything, but one pillar is not, let's say, not aligned with the rest. So if your personal connections, in my case, are very off, and the rest of the pillars that are important to you, let's say in my case, family, my health, right? Then there is something missing in you, a piece that will, let's say, not allow you to thrive of what is possible, of what you can achieve. If you're chasing something and one of those pillars is not, let's say, aligned with the rest, or at least you're completely neglecting it, like what I did, then you feel some sort of emptiness. And it can also be that you're not focusing on your health, if that's true for you, that you have your relationships in place, that you have your power in place, right? Or let's say your production level. If you're having the business in place and you have your relationships in place, but you don't have your health, I think there is something that you will feel sooner or later that you have to change in order to be able to achieve that what you can achieve, to become actually the best version of yourself. Because right now I don't feel that I am. And that's also the reason why I will move back to the Netherlands. Not to find myself, not of any kind of BS like that, but to actually have one of those pillars, which is my relationship, which is my family, which is most important to me, just around me. Not to be around them like every single day and to like just have like an high tea or whatever. No, just to feel better, that I can perform better, that I am aligned with my values, because that is some of the values that I have is my family. My family is most important to me. And of course, the relationship around that, that just those personal connections, it is truly important. And like I said, because I did not know what my values were, I was chasing something without understanding the side effects of it. And you can also completely change it for your situation, maybe where you're in, or if you maybe know someone, right, that is going through something that has, a similar kind of like effect, but then in a different approach, right? So, for example, someone who is really happy with their relationships, who is in very good health, but is just completely off and not authentic to what he or she is working on. What I had as well eventually, right? You will ask maybe a billionaire how he feels, but if that billionaire is fat and like he's completely off and is not having his health in life, the only thing that that billionaire wants and thinks of is the health that he doesn't have. Truly. If you if you have all the money of the world but you don't have your health in place, you have nothing. I truly believe that. So that's what I mean. Like, I thought as well, the work-life balance, that term that the first time I heard it, I thought complete BS. You just have to be hard. You have to stay hard. You need to go through all those things in order to see yourself, and you need to eat alone at a restaurant. Yes, I also do that. I've done that a lot. And you become very mature of it. But eventually, in my case, you need people around you in order to become the best version of yourself. You cannot do that in yourself, truly. So that's also the reason why, like I said, I moved back and I literally had the first class ticket, the front row seat to experience it. And I would never, ever, ever in my life do it over again. Never. I learned so much. And that is by actually doing. So, like I said, the positive sides are overlapping the negative sides. I've become more mature. That was one of the main reasons why I moved. But I tried it. It did not work out for now. Maybe I will go back. But I do know that in the next 12 months, I'm able to move towards something, to work on my passions, my values, basically pick my relationships back up, keep improving my health every single day, what I'm doing already. And with that, my business will thrive 100%, because what I'm working on right now, I'm so passionate about. And I truly believe that what I'm building is going to be remarkable. I truly believe that. And that's why I'm so excited as well to share this. So, yeah, I locked myself here in for Spain. I just wrote it down here as well. I locked myself in Spain for like a year, and it changed my life on many fronts. And that's also why I'm right now also, moving towards a business idea. I would maybe never, ever, ever do this. You would not see this video. Did not make that decision back in December 17th of 2023. I would never do that. Maybe I was still chasing the same thing that I was always doing over the past 5 years. And that's what I said. The best things come from the moment you're freaking uncomfortable. That you think, okay, no, I don't want it. Please get me out of here. Like, do everything you can to change my situation to become comfortable again. But that is exactly the moment that you need to pursue something, like, push through something. I mean, in order to find out who you are and what you value. And with that, what kind of decisions you can make because of it, what is aligned with the values that you have, and what maybe you should pivot in order to change that for yourself long term. So yeah, those are like one of the most important things that I've learned over the past years, over the past last 12 months. And yeah, just how I see life right now as well, it's completely different. Truly. I have so much gratitude for the small things. Even the food that I cook myself right now, I can truly enjoy it 10 times more than all the food that I've eaten in the entire history of my life. My parents are amazing cooks, like amazing. And what is really like funny about it as well is that eventually when something is so normal, right, that you don't value it anymore as much as you used to do because you became so like normal with that thing that you're having right now. I had the exact same, literally. I at one point of another, like I wanted to truly value as well even the food that my parents cooked, right? But it was so normal to me that I, I just did not value it that more and that much anymore. I did not have, let's say, the gratitude anymore because it became so normal. I was so freaking comfortable. And right now, I've literally got messages from people also very close to me, but also people, let's say, a little bit further away from me, which I didn't know that they knew me so well. They told me, Carlos, literally, I've seen you become so more grateful for the small things, like literally just being around, let's say, people, like being with your family, being there with my grandmother right now here in Spain, just having dinner with her, for example, those things in life make me so freaking happy. And that's why I'm so excited as well to just move back to the Netherlands, just to also experience like the view that I have on life there right now. And it sounds like really pretty woo woo and all that kind of stuff, but I truly believe that it's only because of the fact that I moved here to literally feel at my lowest of lows here. Literally, I felt so freaking bad. And that times, the times where I literally I started to cry, I was very emotional just being here. Those moments made me see what I truly appreciate and getting back to the values again, what I truly value in my life. And that is because I became uncomfortable. That is where the that is the only place where you will grow, in the situation where you've never been in order to get what you have never had, or maybe that you have had, but you need to experience it again to again evaluate it and to not take it for granted. Yeah, 2024, it has literally gone so fast. It's literally right now, November 19th, Tuesday, 5:23 p.m. This year has gone so quick, but also so freaking slow at the same time. If you're working on something and you go all in, like I do right now, then why not go all in on something that you're passionate about? If you're doing something, guys, then why not work on something that you want to create long term? And don't look at it like that it needs to give you something in a week, in a month, maybe in a year. Maybe it will yield the results in 5 or 10 years, right? But I can guarantee you, when you chase that, what you're passionate about, whatever it is, if it's something related to work, work doesn't feel like work. If it's something related to your fitness, right now I feel so freaking good. I don't even want to go outside to eat anymore. I want to cook my own food because I know that what I eat is something that I prepared myself. I know what I buy, that it is healthy, that it's like literally no processed stuff and everything. Also coming back, to that value, that it's gotten even stronger to my fitness, right? To the food that I consume on a daily basis. That is something that I'm right now so more passionate about than I was a year ago. And I needed to experience that through hardship, right? Through that struggle, through the failures that I've had on many fronts. Yeah, I'm just super, super happy right now, to be very honest. Also with the thought what will come up, and maybe like that this business will maybe not see any results um, in the next 5 years, depending on what results I will measure. I don't care. I know I'm on the right path. This is something I wanted to go for, to chase, and that I will be able to go for all in without feeling burnt out of without feeling drained. This is something that gives me energy. The more work I put in, the more energy I get from it. And that is exactly what I'm working on right now. It's exactly what I would like to chase. So if you can do that, what you're passionate about, if you want to do something for free, but you can then monetize it, that is exactly where you're basically what the path of you should be. I truly believe that. If you're right now passionate about something and you can even do that for free, try to find ways how you can maybe even monetize it to make an impact, right? To work on something that you want to do for free, but you can then also become more, let's say, financially stable because of it. And you can help hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe millions of people with your service or with your product that you're having. Go for it. Literally, I think the only regret that you will have at the end of your life are the things that you have not done that you would like to do. That is the only regret that you can have, not because of the things that you did that afterwards did not feel well. The only regret that you can have are the things that you haven't done. What you wished for you have done, would have done otherwise at the end when you look back. So yeah, that's exactly why I'm so happy right now, is, to just share this as well. That the last 12 months were the toughest months of my life, truly, like emotionally, mentally, physically not, to be honest. I felt very well because I did literally all the work still, like going to the gym every single day without skipping a single day, eating very well. And that's exactly, because I'm so passionate about it, I will do that whatever it takes. But the rest, it was just loose sand. So I right now understand as well that loose sand, right? I need to work on, and I will work on. I have made the decisions right now to be able to get myself in the best situation in order to thrive on those in those areas as well. So yeah, in 1 month from now, I will be back in the Netherlands and be able to document everything that I'm doing already in an even better environment with my brother, who's also basically starting a new business. It's going to be so freaking amazing, really. If you have the right people around you, you're in purpose, that what you're working on is literally that what you want to work on and you feel passionate about, nothing can stop you. Nothing. So, yeah, with that being said, this was something that I wanted to share of like my past 12 months, the reason why I moved to Spain, the reason why I will move back right now. And I don't know what the future brings. I really don't know. I thought I would be here for the rest of my life. The only thing that I will miss most likely is the sun outside. Maybe yes, because the sun is more shining here than in the Netherlands. But you have to make those decisions based on not only that what you think is right now, but also for the long term. And that's exactly what I've done with some of the decisions that I've made right now. Big decisions, but it starts with the small decisions that you make on a daily basis. So if you want to have a better, healthier body, then don't set yourself a goal for next year. Look at what you can do right now, today, in order to become and to do everything you can to become the best version of yourself, to maybe have it at the end of that year that you're still aiming for it. But don't look at it as a point B that you need to get to, or let's say a point Z, right? Look at the things that you can do right now on a daily basis that will help you in order to get there. And make changes and corrections accordingly. Reflect what worked well, what did not work well. Do more of that what worked, do less of what did not work. It's simple, but you need to be honest with yourself. In my case, I needed to put my ego on the side. And you need to make basically the corrections that you're going to make accordingly based on that, what you will go through on a daily basis, not what you will read about, but that what you will actually do, what you will implement, what you will, what you will be able to just implement on a daily basis. I don't know how to say it better. So yeah, I think I'm talking right now for 30 minutes. Enough talked. Super excited to see you guys in the next video where we'll just be sharing more about the brand itself, but also give you, let's say, a little bit more context about me, who I am, my values right now, but also the things that I've not done well. It will be a lot more that I will share about it in upcoming weeks, months, let's say videos. And I'm just very excited to take basically every video that I will make and create, just put it out there. Be uncomfortable, because this what I do right now is not comfortable at all. But I know right now that is exactly where I will grow. And I hope that you will make the same decisions yourself to become the best version of yourself. And it starts with the actions that you will take and make today. See you in the next video. Peace.